Hello, my dear friends. In this video, we are going to learn how to file income tax return using the Form ITR 2. Before we get into that, let us understand when ITR Form 2 is applicable. ITR Form 2 is applicable when an individual or HUF who cannot file their income tax return using the Form ITR 1. And when there is no income under the head income or profit and gains from business or profession. So in this case, ITR 2 form is applicable. So in the first scenario, what we said, when ITR 1 form cannot be used to file income tax return, right? So that's a very interesting point to understand. So let us study all this using a case study. So let me share my screen. You can see on the screen, there is a case study. So which is relating to Mr. Vikram Vasishta. He is the assessee. We need to file income tax return for the assessment year 2024-25. And all the information given here relating to the financial year 2023 and 24. First, let us see the computation and then let us identify whether we need to use ITR 1 or ITR 2. And then after that, let us follow the process on how to file ITR 2 return using the income tax portal. So assessee PAN number is available as well as password is available. In this case, that this particular assessee has income from salary and income from house property and income from other sources. These are the information. And in the other detail, you can see this particular assessee has two house property. One is self-occupied and another one is the let out house property, right? So that means two house property. So ITR 1 form cannot be filed if there is a two house property. This is one condition number 1. And salary income he has, which can be used for ITR 1, but in this case, ITR 2 form has to be used. And let us go further and understand what is the total income of the assessee. We have a solution also in this question. The tax computation as per old regime as well as new regime also is been given. As per old regime, I'm seeing the computation part right now. Salary total is been given. And there's a deduction under old regime, professional tax paid. And income from house property, rent minus municipal tax minus standard deduction, you can see, and other sources also is there. And apart from that, this under old regime, assessee will be eligible to claim deduction under Chapter 6A, 80C, 80D, and 80G deductions. So net taxable income is 60 lakh 40,000. And accordingly, tax calculation also is being made. Total tax liability is 18 lakh 58,000. This particular assessee has already paid some advance tax 18 lakh. So balance self-assessment tax payable is 60,639 rupees. This is as per old tax regime. So let us also see how the tax calculation works as per new tax regime. Total income is being given here. So, but there is no deduction can be claimed under Chapter 6A. So total taxable income is 62 lakh 9,780. Tax calculation as per the new tax regime has been done here. So as per this new tax regime, tax liability comes around 17 lakhs 87,000. But in this case, assessee has already paid advance tax of 18 lakh. So refund of 12,000 is available for this particular assessee for the assessment year 24 and 25. So one important point is that which regime is better, old regime or new regime? Of course, under new regime, this particular assessee will be able to get a refund of 12,000. Under old regime, this particular assessee has to pay 60,000 tax to the government. So better to choose new regime. So regime is decided which ITR form. This particular assessee has more than one house property. So ITR 1 cannot be used. And also this assessee has a total income of more than 50 lakhs. So ITR 1 cannot be used. So we have to use ITR 2 form. So let us start learning how to file this particular return using the ITR 2 form. What are the process for that? So basically, we need to visit income tax portal. Let me visit income tax portal now. incometax.gov.in. This is the portal. First step, what is the step? We have to click on login button here. Then in the user ID, we have to enter PAN number of the assessee. So continue button will be enabled. So click on that. Click on this particular confirm your secure access message, whatever it is displayed here. So, and then you have to enter the password and then click on continue. So this is how you should log into income tax portal. Then once you log into the portal, So click on this particular e-file button. There you'll be able to see income tax return. Click on file income tax return button. First thing after this, we have to select the assessment year for which you have to file the return. That is assessment year 2024 and 25. And select the mode of filing, online or offline. Generally, it should be online. Click on continue button. Now you'll be getting the two options. Either you can resume filing, which already you worked and left out, or you can start with the new filing also. If you have already worked for something and if you wanted to continue, you can click on resume filing. So once you click on resume filing or new filing, you'll be able to see various schedules. You have to select the schedules according to your requirement. In general, by default, one schedule will be selected, general information. Another information you need not to tick it. Ignore that. Go to income schedules. Under income schedule, based on the income sources you have to select. Schedule salary. In this case, we have salary. Clicked on that. Schedule house property. So there is a house property information we have to upload. Capital gain, this assessee doesn't have any capital gain, so ignore. Go further. And other sources, this assessee has other source income also. Special income, whatever we have, you can click on other schedules as well. Then go to deduction. You can click on deduction tab, chapter 6A if you have. Because in this case, we are not going to claim chapter 6A deduction because we are going to opt for new tax regime. You can even untick this particular option. And then other tax and others you can just ignore. And then you can click on continue. So one confirmation message will be popped up. You can click on continue. Okay. Here, various questions will be asked. So customized question. If you'd like to answer all the question, you can click answer each and every questions. Otherwise, you can just click on skip the questions. So after this, you'll be able to see various the schedules which you have selected. Before that, one pop-up will come. This pop-up is basically to give you a confirmation that there are some free-filled information will be available in your schedules that you should confirm once. That is the confirmation message. I clicked on OK. So now you can see accordingly the tick mark which you have done it. So you'll be able to see various schedules. So now we have to fill out all the schedules and finally you'll be able to proceed to verification and file your return. Let me start from the first schedule, that is general information. Provide your confirmation. I've clicked on that. Here we have to upload various information, personal information, which is already by default, which will appear. You can see and confirm that. And then contact information also, if you'd like to change anything, contact information, then you can click on that contact information and you can change if you want. There is a edit button here, you can change. And similarly, you can click on filing status. Here you have to select under which section you are filing. Generally, it should be return filed under section 139 clause 1. So, and then you have to select the old regime or new regime. For the assessment year 24-25, the new regime is the by default regime. If you wanted to go for a old regime, then you have to click on yes button. That means opt out from new regime. If not, you can click on no button only. By default, it's already selected. I need not to change anything. So I'll go further. Then we have to select residential status. Generally, it is resident. And then you can select the first option. You are in India for more than 182 days in the previous year. So that I have selected. Then after that, all the other questions, generally answers are no. You can read and answer each and every questions. So let me give you one example. If you are a director of any company, you have to select yes. So if you are not, then you have to select no. Like this, you have to select all the other questions as well. And then you can click on save button. So now you have another option to check bank details. Click on that. In the bank details tab, you can even validate the bank details and verify the bank details once again, because if there is any refund, the refund amount will be credited to this particular bank only, so that you can view and you can edit also, you can delete also, you can add one more account as well. So then you can click on continue. So one schedule has been confirmed. So you can see there is an option. The new button has come as confirmed, right? Now, next schedule salary. Let me update this information. As and when you go to this particular schedule salary, you have to add your employer details. Click on add employer, and then you have to type your employer details here. I have already have the employer details with me in Excel. So let me type one by one. This particular case study, in this case study, the employer name is Fincurious College of Commerce. Let me copy paste that. And if you know TAN number, you can add that. Otherwise, you can ignore. So employer address also should be added here. So till here, I'm adding this. And then town, it's Bangalore. So I'm going to type as Bangalore. And then I'll select the city, select the state. Before that, what I can do, I can directly type the PIN code. So 560036. Once I click outside, I'll be able to see the state by default selected. And nature of the employer. Nature of the employer is generally others you have to select, because if you're a employee of a central government, you can select. State government, you can select. Similarly, if you are a private entity employee, then you can click on others and you can go down. Here you have to upload all the salary information based on the salary breakup you have. So I'll go back to case study and see the salary breakup for this particular employee. So this particular employee's salary is 4,80,000 per month, right? I'll go to calculation level. As per new regime, we have already calculated. Since I'm filing using the new regime, let me use this computation of new regime. Salary per month 4,80,000, and this comes to 57,60,000. So let me enter that information in the. So salary breakup has to be uploaded accordingly. If you have salary breakup for basic salary, DNS allowances, conveyance, HRS separately, you can add. In this particular case study, only basic salary is there. I'll select only basic salary, and then I will enter this basic salary amount, 57,60,000. Enter. So if I go further, I have to add nature of perquisites also. If I have any perquisites income, so I'll ignore this part, as well as profit in lieu of salary also I'll ignore. I'll not add anything. So no other information to be added. So I'll click on add button to confirm. I've added this employer details. You'll be able to see employer 1, Fincurious College of Commerce. So address, everything is appearing here, and their total salary also, whatever that employer paid has coming here. If you go down, you will also be able to see deduction. It comes by automatic. You need not to do for this standard deduction of 50,000. So net tax, next taxable income under the head salaries 57,10,000. So I'll confirm this particular information. So by this, I could add successfully one schedule. I have confirmed this second schedule as well. I'll go to a third schedule from house property. Click on provide your information. And here you have to upload both the house property details. So basically, which here you have to add majorly on the house property from which we are receiving the rent. Okay. So let me add those information. Click on add details. Okay. So in the add details, we have to upload all the information of the rented house property mandatorily. Let me add address of this particular rented house property. Typing it. So town, Bangalore. I'll again enter the particular PIN code 560093. So by default, state and country will be selected. Ownership. This particular assessee is only one single owner, or is it a multi-owner? This is a single ownership property, so that I'll select self, as well as I'll select yes to the no to the co-owned property, so that 100% will be of his ownership only. So then I'll select the self type of house property. This is a self-occupied house property. Let me click on this. Sorry, it's not a self-occupied. It's a let-out property. Let me select on let-out house property. Okay, once I click on this, I have to give the details of the tenant. The name is Adarsh M. Let me click on that. PAN number, you have to upload here if you available. Aadhaar as well as the PAN of the tenant, TAN of the tenant also can be given. And let me click on save button. So all the information has been saved with respect to the details of the property. Now I have to give the rental income. What is the rental income we have received from this property is 36,000 per month. So 4,32,000. Let me add that 4,32,000 here. So I can ignore the second B option, amount of rent which cannot be realized. If there is any, I have to add it. So what is the municipal tax paid to the local authorities? It's 3,600. Let me upload that information as well. I've added. So by default, standard deduction of 30% is being calculated 1,28,520. You can see here it is matching. So what is the net income taxable under the head house property? 2,99,880. So let me click on add button. House property 1 is being added. I can even add one more house property, which is a self-occupied. Let me give those details as well. No income taxable under this set because it's for the self-occupied, for my own use, right? For this particular assessee's own use. So let me add all those information of the details, address, and as well as the city. and then pin code 56000004. So state and country has been selected. Ownership, sell, and co-owned, no. 100% of ownership of this particular assessee only. Then I'll select the self-occupied option. So arrears of rent, realize nothing is there. So it's zero only, no income taxable in case of property is used for the self-occupation purpose. Let me click on add button. Yes, both the properties has been added. One is let out, one is self-occupied. So second property also is being added. Total taxable income under this particular 2,19,880, which is from the rent received. Let me confirm on this particular schedule. Yes. So confirmed button has appeared. So that means 3 schedule has been completed right now. Let me go to a next schedule. I can ignore this particular long-term calculation. Nothing is there. So let me go to income from other sources, provided information. This particular assessee has income from the other sources as well. So there are 2 types of income, which is under normal rate as well as the special rate. I have to upload both the information here according to the income this particular assessee has. So let us see what are the income under other source: bank interest, dividend income, and examiner's remuneration fee. So remuneration from the IGNO. So these are the 3 income under other source. I have to add it right now. You can see gross income chargeable to tax at normal applicable rate and income chargeable at special rate. So all the income which is appearing under this particular assessee name is all are the normal income applicable rates only. So that let me click on add details button. So let me select income type. So we have dividend income. Click on dividend income. What is the dividend income? 66,000. So I'll add here 66,000 rupees. I've added, and let me click on add button. Similarly, we have another income, interest from bank fixed deposit. That is also should be added. Let me click on add another, and I have to add interest income received from bank on fixed deposit. Let me select interest gross from the drop down, and then I have to add the income received from the bank. That is, the amount is 1,24,000, which is from the fixed deposit. So let me select the column called fixed deposit here. From the deposit, the amount is 1,24,000. So after adding, let me click on add. Last one more income under the head other source, I have to add it. Let me click on add another. So from the drop down, I have to select the any other income, specify the nature. So if I go down, then I will be able to see a last column, last one tab, which is empty, where I can add remuneration from IGNO. So what is the amount? 9,900 rupees. So I'm adding that and click on add button. With this, I have added all the income under the head income from other sources. Total value of other source income is 1,99,900 rupees. I'll go down and click on confirm button. So one more schedule also completed. So then what I have to do, I have to see other schedules, whether it's applicable or not. So details of income after set off current year losses, schedule CYLA not applicable, and schedule BFLA also not applicable. Schedule CFL also not applicable. There is no carry forward, brought forward losses right now. And then AMTC, computation of tax credit under 115 JB not applicable. And schedule assets and liabilities. So since this particular assessee has income more than 50 lakhs, it is mandatory for us to give all the asset details and the liability relating to the assets. So I have to update these information, click on confirmation. Here we have 2 information to be added majorly, immovable assets and the movable assets. We have 2 properties, which is a immovable property. Let me add all this information here. In the description, I can write anything, like maybe the nature as well as the property name, or maybe I can also write the type of property, like whether it's let out or self-occupied. So what I will do, I will, based on the location, I will add the information. We have one self-occupied in Basavangudi, Bangalore, right? So let me add that Basavangudi. So which is actually self-occupied. I'm going to type both. I cannot type fully. So then I will click on this particular pin code, which is 560004. Based on that state and other information, city, everything is calculated, added here. So I have to upload address as well. So let me copy the address 165/4 and Basangudi till here. Add it. And then all other information which is mandatory should be given. And what is the cost of this property? So in the case study, the cost details also has been given, assets and liability details. You can see these are the assets and liability details. Self-occupied property is 45 lakhs is the property value. Let me add in the amount cost. So I can click on add now. So by this self-occupied property is added. Let me click on add another, and I'll also add another property, which is a let out property. Let out property is there in the area of Raman Nagar, CV Raman Nagar. So that I will type it as CV Raman Nagar and CV Raman Nagar, and which is the rented, right? Let me click on rented. Any information can be added. And then let me add the pin code 560093. Yes. So all the information has been collected properly, automatically. And lastly, I will also add the address of this particular property in this particular flat door block number. I've uploaded properly. Then now I have to add one more last information, value of the property. It's 39 lakhs as per the case study. So to property, I've added one more also right now. So immovable property information has been uploaded. Then what else this particular assessor has? All movable property he has. So jewelry, vehicle, bank, and cash in hand. All this information has to be uploaded right now under movable assets. Okay. So let me add the total value of jewelry, 12,66,000. Added. And then vehicle, he has two vehicles, 39,99,000. Okay, this is being added. And then he has bank balances of 6 lakh and 1,59,000, total 8,16,000. The breakup has to be given here. So total value of the bank balance has to be given here, 8,16,000 and 273 rupees. So lastly, cash in hand also, this particular assessee has 2,45,500 rupees. This is also added. So let me click on save button. So movable and immovable, both property value has been added. Only left out information is that liabilities in relation to assets. So if there is any loan or something with respect to the asset which we bought, we have to add. In this case, it is 0. Information has not been given. I'll add 0 because no other information, only asset details has been given by the assessee. So let me click on confirm. So now one more schedule also completed successfully. So schedule assets and liabilities. This is also confirmed. So done. So let me go to a computation of total income now. Everything is uploaded. Let me go to a next schedule computation of total income as per the new tax regime. Okay. You can see total income of 57,10,000 from salary and income from house property 2,99,880. Capital gain 0. Income from other sources 1,99,900. And total income is 62,09,780. So if there is any carry forward loss or something which you could have adjusted here, that is not there. So that same amount is coming as a balance after set off also. And you go further, gross total income is 62 lakhs and no deduction because we are going ahead with the new tax regime. So total income, taxable income, aggregate income, everything is same. So let me click on confirm button. I have confirmed the total income right now in this particular schedule. This is also confirmed. So next schedule, we have to go to tax paid schedule. So let me go and see what is the tax payable on this particular income as per the new tax regime. So there are some taxes which is already paid by the assessee, that is advance tax. So TDS is not there, all 0. Advance tax, you can see advance tax tab, which is automatically appearing here, 4,50,000 in each quarter. So even in the case study also, this information has been given, advance tax information. So 4,50,000 in each quarter, as per the due dates, this assessee had been paid. Total 18 lakhs has been paid. So let me confirm and accept this information. I'm confirming it. So total tax paid also is being confirmed. Now, lastly, I have to upload this particular schedule, part B, TTI, computation of tax on total income. Let me see this. So tax computation is already being computed. 15,62,934 rupees. Okay, then after that, surcharge is being also added, and plus education cess. So that is also is being added. Total tax payable is 17,87,996 rupees. So total tax payable, including surcharge and education cess. What is the tax already paid by the assessee? 18 lakhs. That is also appearing here, tax paid. So what is the refund amount? 12,000. As per our actual calculation, as per new tax regime, the same amount is coming. So 12,000 refund. So 12,000 refund is appearing. So that let me preview this return. There's a preview button. You have to confirm before we preview once. So the particular assessee name, the assessee name is appearing here. So and the assessee's father name also. So confirmed by whom? Declaration by self. So and the other information also will be captured according to that. Then we have to click on proceed to preview. So before preview, declaration has to be given. So in the preview tab, you'll be able to see all the information which we uploaded till now. Even you can download and keep it for your reference, and you can even print it also. This is called ITR 2 form. The ITR 2 form in detail. In general information, you can see each and every line item. This is very important before you file the return. And you can go to schedule salary, and you can see all the information which you uploaded towards that. And each and every schedule, you can preview it once before you file the return. This is very, very important to do it. Then after thoroughly review it, then you can click on proceed to validation. Yes. So validation is successful. No errors were found. Now the validation is successful. So now what I have to do, I can even download the JSON file. I can go back and preview once again if I think there is some information I missed out. If not, I can click on proceed to verification. And validation is successful. That means no error. Then you are allowed to file the return right now. So you can even download the JSON file for your future record. Otherwise, you can click on proceed to verification. So in the verification tab, you have various options. You can e-verify or you verify now as well as later also. Let me click on e-verify now and click on continue. So the return verification can be done using Aadhaar OTP. So you'll get an OTP on your mobile through to which Aadhaar has been linked. So click on that particular option. I would like to verify using OTP on mobile number registered with Aadhaar. Or alternatively, you can also verify this through the BSc Digital Signature Certificate. So I am selecting the first option. Let me click on continue. I have to give a confirmation to the one of the other option where I'm agreeing to receive the OTP on my mobile number, basically which is through the assessee's mobile number. Let me click on generate Aadhaar OTP. Yes. So Aadhaar OTP went to the assessee mobile number, and then Aadhaar OTP has to be entered like this. Okay. All the field has to be done, and then click on validate, and you will be able to submit the return. Your return submission will happen this way. On confirming the OTP, you will be able to submit your return and your return filing will be done. So this is the overall process to file ITR 2 form. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.